Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Rare, and tonight I have a special guest. He is my fellow founding father of the new religion, Talon. How are you doing, sir?
John Rare, how goes it, brother?
Busy as shit, I'm telling you that. I think you already know that.
Yeah. That's how life is, though. It's not supposed to be.
So tonight we're basically reviewing what the new religion has done for, careers and just what it's done on the scene. So, me and you founded it a long time ago, and, our thing was we wanted to change the tag team, division. And
Right.
and as you know, hell, we got stuck in there immediately. Like, I think our first tag team match was against The Sickness, Brian Woods and Spider Boudreaux. So, that's a hell of an intro for a tag team.
Yeah, tag team, especially two guys that were as hot as they were on the hardcore circuit. And to be thrown right to the wolves, man, was kind of, I'm not going to say intimidating, because, we weren't intimidated. We gave them everything that they gave us. But it was definitely a throw to the wolves.
Definitely. That was at SAWE in, I think it was Hansville, if I'm correct.
Yeah, somewhere up that way.
But those matches are on my YouTube. They're really fucking dark, because that's actually a really dark arena. But me and you, technically we went undefeated. We lost one match because of a disqualification. But one of my highlights...
Yeah, that was when you cracked, was it Bryant or Spider over the head with a kendo stick?
Yeah, it was one of them, because, if... I don't even remember the stipulation. I know if we lost... we had to fight them in like a death match, which was your first death match ever. If I'm right, it's your first and only, right? Or no.
Death match, yes.
Well, no,
yes, death match, yes. I've done hardcore, but the death match style was, yeah.
And I know the highlight of that damn match was when Spider busted the damn chair over your head.
That and that the skewer bat.
Oh yeah.
So, was not prepared for the skewer bat.
Yeah, the skewer bat's something, completely different. That is intimidating in itself right there.
Yeah, especially to a guy that when I got into this business, I told myself that I would do chairs, ladders, thumbtacks, the normal hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
Man, when he pulled that skewer bat up, I said, what have I got myself into now?
One of my things that I've always said that I was really proud of was, I never wanted to turn down a spot or a weapon. And, I think the only one that I ever did was, a rock salt, what was it, a rock salt gun? Did you ever know about that?
No.
Like
a shotgun load with rock salt?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's just a dumb idea.
Okay, for some reason, my thing just stopped recording by itself. I don't know what happened there.
Nice.
But we are also joined now by Brooke Phillips, a huge New Religion fan.
Somebody's been wanting to interview both of us for a while now, right?
Yes. You there, Brooke?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, she is here. Now you're with the founding fathers currently. Woman of a...
She didn't sound too impressed.
Maybe Brooke's having technical difficulties, I guess. I don't know.
No, I'm fine. I'm just eating food real quick.
Oh, she's eating food. So
I don't want to snack on the phone.
So after the death match, me and you, after that, we kind of did our own thing for a little bit, correct?
Yeah, I took a step away from wrestling in general for a little while and, evaluated what I wanted to do. And then, of course, when the time ago, I just got right back with you. And I think we picked up at what? $10, Kevin Brandon?
I think we reignited the stuff at IWA Deep South. It was like me, you, and Kalis Breed, Lance.
Yes.
Because that was actually after my leg injury. and we all got back together, and I came. Okay, that's whenever I came out there and told Big James that he needed to hang himself. Remember?
Yes.
You beat the hell out of Big James.
Yes.
And I that was actually like a creative. What do you call it? Like my creative that night. Like Kevin at IWA Deep South let me do what I wanted to do. So we came out there, beat the hell out of Big James, and then in the 4-way match that night, you came out there with Lance as my managers, kind of feeding me weapons.
Right.
And it was my decision on who won that match that night. Kevin gave me creative control. So I beat Bryant the show before with the help of Frog, which if you need any tattoos, Michael Frog Ray, Frog's Ink House in Moody, Alabama, is open for business. That name again is Frog's Ink House in Moody, Alabama. But yeah, me and Bryant's career always intertwined in Deep South, and hell of an opponent, like a huge dude. He actually went to he got into a GCW match as well up north, which was great.
Right.
So then I would say me and you then we went to Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling and reignited the New Religion again, this time with Black America and Shady Jane, of course. And you fought Spider and Big James. Give me your thoughts on that match that night.
See, that match has still got a unfinished business to me. When I picked James up and I hit him with a TKO, I hurt my shoulder. And I felt it, and I knew if I continued, I wouldn't give Spider the best that I had. So that's what I bowed out, let him have Big James, and, went to the back. But, yeah, that match is still, I don't know. Big James definitely got his ass handed to him. I think the fans are pissed off, wanting the refs to stop the match.
Yes. It was cut from the DVD. But if you were there, one of the fans, got up to the damn ring and wanted to fight Spider. He was trying to legitimately get in there and fight Spider, which would have been a fucking bad mistake.
Oh, Spider would have fucking killed him, dude.
Like, Spider is genuinely like one of the best dudes I've ever met in the business, but do not step to him wrong. Like, that's just straight up.
No, Spider is, for real, one of the nicest guys I have ever met. Until you step into the ropes with him, and then he flips that switch.
Oh yeah. Like, sometimes, everybody knows it's work. Now, we go out there and perform. And like you said, there's a switch sometimes that makes you different inside the ring. And I always tell this story because it's funny. Spider will usually no-sell headshots, right?
Yep.
So I always fake him out and like act like I'm going to hit him in the head, and then I hit him in the knee. And every fucking time I used to do it, he'd just be like, "Oh, you bitch." And he'll sell a knee shot.
Yep.
And like you said, you had unfinished business that night. Like, you and Big James, Big James Mayhem, have unfinished business. And if everything goes well, y'all are going to be competing again at a future show in August. We're trying to keep that one on the down low. But what's your thoughts on that one?
The way it stands right now, I give Big James about 20 seconds.
Now, what I'm talking about, people, is it's basically a shoot match, UFC style, but no gloves, submissions, and tap out. That's all it is. So they're going to go at it like that. And right now, they are currently tied 1-1. So, this will be the rubber match between you and Big James, which should be really damn good.
Shouldn't be a rubber match, because back in the day when he was like 500 pounds and he sat on me, anybody's going to tap out to that.
Like, back in the day, You know, by now everybody knows about the backyard situation. Hell, I've got a whole fucking channel of nothing but backyard wrestling.
Right.
You know, that the shoot series match were always entertaining because, you know, some of the ones that you thought was going to be good, like, you know, Goose, it didn't work out for him. Surprisingly, Aaron Daniels did good in it. And then, like, you know, really the most dominant was probably you and Big James.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just size and, you know, knowing what you're doing in there. I mean, if I could have found a way to get Big James off my chest, he would have been tapped out the first time. But, you know, I did come back and I proved myself. I had the tied-up match with him, and that lasted, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah. Now, I can't remember. I can't remember the very last shoot match that we had, but you remember that guy that came out there and beat Big James with a...
It was a guillotine choke.
Yeah, it was something, yeah. He beat him quick, but, you know, that was just one of the random guys that just showed up and, you know, fucking won a match and never came back.
Right.
Brooke, are you still there?
I'm still here. I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, kind of forgot. Yeah, the new religion...
Of course you forgot about little old me, John.
Well, hey, I didn't forget about you in the credits for 10 Mile Cemetery 2, which is now on my channel. You know, I've been advertising the shit out of it forever. You know, I worked on that one forever. Both of y'all are in the movie. It turned out extremely well. So definitely when everybody watches it tonight, send me comments, comment on it. You know, let me know what you think about it. Brooke, I think you'll love your part in that movie because I twisted it up. I'll tell you that. So just when you see it tonight, let me know.
Oh, I saw it. I saw the part. I kind of saw the edit. I kind of skimmed through it.
Oh yeah.
I shared it to my friends.
Yeah, definitely share it. Like, on my channel, there's very few things on there that's got over, 2,000 minutes worth of views. The original 10 Mile Cemetery is one of them. So I'm hoping that this one blows up just like the other ones.
I'm really ready to see it myself.
Yeah, and I love Talon between you and Wagner's acting in it. I loved it. Like y'all's interactions were priceless.
I mean, he was an easy guy to act with, though. I mean, everything just kind of flowed.
Yeah, once you get into the flow of acting, it's really damn easy. Like I do have a new movie coming in August. I got to schedule a place to actually do it at. And, that one by itself is going to be entertaining as hell as well. It's something I've already been working on. Just got to get some, a place set for it. It's going to be at a lake, so it's going to be different than the other ones.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have new actors in it. So, and of course, Talon, you can be there as well. But,
yeah.
Like I said, New Religion's done a lot. So, let's just end this one with, what did the New Religion do for your career by itself?
Oh, I mean, with the New Religion, I got exposure in places that I would have never probably stepped foot inside. And then you already had a big name, so they're like, okay, well, this guy is, this guy, and he has a partner that's a big freaking dude. Let's see what these guys do. And I mean, like I said, it took me to places that I probably would have never gotten to on my own. Of course, we had our difference, and I came out on top, but,
Well, I mean, that was one time.
For all the marbles, though.
Yeah. Well, you got you a title. Hey, and you know what's funny about that title? Anthony Moscow, I don't know if you remember who he is, but he actually bought that title now. So the next time he comes down, I'm going to sign it.
Oh, heck yeah.
And you know what's funny? In LXW, this is a hell of a stat or a record. In LXW, the intergalactic title and I think it was the undisputed title was only held by New Religion members. Nobody else ever held them. So that's like a cool ass stat to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and the intergalactic that I won from you.
You won the I think it was the undisputed. Or wait a minute, no, you did win the intergalactic championship.
You that's a stat for me in my column that I retired that belt.
Yeah, you did.
So,
Like, you retired that belt. Technically, I retired the IWA title, but now that IWA has got, refueled and it's coming back, technically, it went vacated. So Peter B. Beautiful kind of declared himself as the champion after beating me at the last show. So we got to see how that develops, because no, I am not the IWA champion anymore because it was gone. So that's something that we got to see in the future, what's going to progress and everything. But and then Prophet, he retired the undisputed LXW title, which he won from me, and that was the other title that only New Religion held.
right.
And like I said, New Religion we've held titles in a lot of places.
Yeah, in a lot of places, man.
See, what was your last match so far? Like, was your last match that we did technically the one where you beat me?
I mean, technically, no, because right after that, it was you and Prophet and somebody else beating me down, and I had Phil Machio and what was his name? They came out and saved.
Kilo Green?
Kilo Green. They came out and saved. So technically, my last match was a 6-man tag.
Well, wait a minute. If I'm correct, wasn't your last match that big ass damn ladder match, the TLLC match? Or am I wrong there?
Not sure.
Okay. I can't remember which match came first. Either way, it was in $10 wrestling. But what was your thoughts? Do you remember the match that I'm talking about? It was me, you, Phil Machio, Prophet, myself. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was it. 5 of us. You remember that match, the big main event?
I do not.
Okay, remember? Okay, let's see. It was for the undisputed title. I want to say it was like ladders, chairs, Legos. It was all kinds of shit. Kilo was in there.
Oh, yes, the Legos.
Yes.
That's what reminded me. Fuck Legos.
Brooke, I'm telling you, Legos suck.
Is it wrong that next to pile of Legos myself?
Now,
What did she say?
she fell on a...
I said I have a couple of Legos myself, so I understand why Legos suck.
Well, see, I get what you're saying, but have somebody pick you up and slam you onto these Legos. And I don't mean like a pile of Legos. They can slam you on one friggin' Lego, and that thing will bruise longer than anything you could do to yourself, besides probably getting shot, of course.
Like, I remember Damien, the Creature Preacher. You remember him whenever he, got in the ring, he kind of fell on a Lego, and the Lego cut his knee open.
Yep. Yeah, he hit the corner of the Lego, dude, and it was just instant cut.
Legos don't play. People think that, it's a toy or something and it's easy, but those fuckers hurt.
Yep.
So, why I brought up that match is, I always thought, the hype for that match was underrated, because if you remember, it was a pretty good crowd that night. And when
there was a great crowd that night at that event.
And when we came out, everybody was standing up at the gate. To me, that felt like the biggest pro show for the fans. They were so into that fucking match. It felt like I was walking out at a WrestleMania or something. The fans were trying to grab you, and it felt big time that night.
Yeah, and I don't remember why it was like that, but it just, everybody that you could have imagined to be in the stands were in the stands.
But I always consider that one of my favorite matches, and I have not uploaded that to my channel yet, and I'm going to, because I always talk about it. But that was another one of my matches where I had creative control. So, I wanted to put Prophet over, which was a New Religion. He became a New Religion member. And, Prophet, he was in the deathmatch gang for a while. And, I really like Prophet. So, that's why I ended up getting him into the New Religion. But I think, I can't remember who the final two was, but I really wanted to push Phil Macchio and him in that match. And, I like Phil Macchio. I always gloat on Phil. Like, what's your opinion on Phil?
I've never had an issue with Phil. You can go out and, set everything up, have a good match, you'll come back and you'll be like, bro, I'm sorry, I did this. And I'm like, it's like, dude, you couldn't even notice. Like, calm down. Like, the guy has work ethic, serious work ethic.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there that either don't like him or doubt him. And I've never understood why. Phil's a great guy.
Like, I do. I love Phil. Like, the funniest thing about Phil is, like, I think the first two matches that I ever saw from him, or the first two shows, for some reason, he puked on both shows, which was weird. And, that kind of stuck with him for a while with me. It's because he puked 2 times. Like, the first time I ever met him, he puked 2 times in the matches. So, that kind of sticks with you.
Would he have acted as food poisoning or something?
I don't know. I'm not sure what his issue was at that point, but yeah, he
Had some food poisoning or nervous or something.
Like, I know I've went out there, completely drunk. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've actually wrestled drunk. But hell, half the deathmatch wrestlers, whenever they're doing death matches, they're drunk.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Hey, it helps the blood flow, okay?
Now everybody don't feel the pain after getting hit with a kendo stick.
So, what's the worst weapon you've ever taken, Talon?
Worst weapon I've ever taken?
Yeah.
Probably a chair shot to Spider.
Like, I can't remember what match it was, but I know, no, I do know what match. Hell, it was me, the White Russian, Jay Impact, and Bryant Woods. And, Bryant Woods can swing a chair fucking like it, like Spider.
Yep.
Bryant picked up the chair and, like, everybody was staying down. So I was just kind of looking at everybody like, is anybody going to get up? And nobody got up. So,
I actually remember that.
Yeah, I stood up and, took that damn chair shot from him.
Yeah, thumbtacks, skewers, all that kind of stuff, but it seems like the lasting effects of the chair shots from Spider.
Yeah, Spider, like, I love Spider to death. When you get in the ring with Spider, he's not going to be easy. He's not going to be light. He's not light at all.
No.
And the first time I ever got into the ring with him, I slapped him, softly. He didn't feel it. He smacked the fuck out of me.
I think that's like when you talked about earlier SAWE up there in those really horrible light condition matches. We're working that tag match, and he puts me in the corner and chops me. I'm talking, dude, lit my chest up. I back him into the corner, and I can chop. I can hang with the best of them chopping. I hit Spider, and he just stands up, and he's like, really? So, yeah.
When it comes to chops, I think the best person that's ever, like, really chopped the shit out of me was Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, I missed that. I didn't get that opportunity.
I got in there with Buff Bagwell. I missed the show with Hardcore Holly, which I wish I fought. I don't want to talk about my former job, but, I missed so many opportunities because of that fucking place. You know who I'm talking about. But, huh?
Oh, there you are. Okay. I thought I lost you for a second.
But, I missed the opportunity with Bob Holly, which would have been fucking killer. But let's go ahead and end this. So, just on your final words, how did the New Religion, or how do you feel about the New Religion now? Let's end it with that.
How do I feel about it now?
Yeah, how it's running now.
I'd like to show the New
Now, you know, there's actually a new member called Talon, or there was a new member called Talon. I'm not sure who the new members are currently.
Well, then I need to break out the old bag and get back to work. Because there is only one Talon in the new religion.
Yeah. Whew. Well, I'll tell you this. I think I just lost Brooke. I'm hearing beeping from hers.
That sounds like it. He's beeping.
Definitely enjoyed the interview here. So,
Oh, absolutely, man.
go out, watch 10 Mile Cemetery featuring Talon. Let me know how you feel. And this was Talon, presented by John Rare. I thank every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Rare. We have Scott Patterson himself right here, along with Brooke Phillips, of course. How are you doing, Scotty?
I'm doing great. And that is the horse of war, Scott Patterson. John, how are you doing?
Pretty damn good. A little drunk, of course,
Oh,
and...
you're gonna leave me hanging there, Pat?
Oh.
Hey, look, I'm giving everybody a hello. Hey, Brooke. And, you know, John, I'm on my way to my jar of moonshine out in the shed there, and I might be right behind you before it's over with.
Currently, all I'm drinking is fucking wine, but hell, I'm gonna drink the bottle, so it's okay.
Well, you know, I'll drink a couple, you know, in spirit. How about that?
So the biggest question, well, let's start with this right now. You know, you got introduced to the new religion. What did the new religion do to help boost your career?
Oh, man. So early on, when I first joined the new religion, the whole aspect of professional wrestling was new to me. But being part of a family, being part of a group, was something that's been in my blood for, you know, years, because I was military. What it did for me is it opened new doors, new avenues. They, you know, promoters and bookers and people would say, "Oh man, this whole stable here is worth something. So let's bring all the guys in." So that opened doors for me. And then, you know, here recently I've stepped away, and no disrespect towards you, John, it's me stepping away and becoming my own person, my own entity, and doing my own thing.
Now, you know, that's a question that's I've been asked before, and, you know, I don't even get into it. You don't have to say it either. But was there a certain reason why? I mean, you don't even, like I said, you don't even have to fucking say if you don't want to.
I mean, I'll cover it. It's as simple as this. There was personal creative differences between Jay Impact and myself. And just, I decided that I wanted to make that leap, and I wanted to move forward with my career with or without anyone by my side. And Jay took a hiatus. You know, he took a break, and within that break, it was like, you know what? I don't need a leader. I don't need someone to follow around. It's time for me to step up and be my own man and run things on my own.
Yeah. And definitely understandable. Like, you know, if you know the history of me and Talon, you know, we separated from each other a lot. Like, but what I got used to, you know, when I stepped away from the new religion, of course, you know that. But you and Jay, it was like, you know, y'all were always together. You know what I mean? Like,
it was this inseparable dynamic that we had created.
Yeah.
We just worked well together. We meshed well, and we had two complete different fighting styles when in the ring together, and we shared that platform. It's just we're dangerous. I mean, you know, things happen. Things do happen. It's just one of those moments where I like I said, it was time for me to step up.
Yeah.
And not step aside.
And, you know,
Funny enough, a few days ago was a whole year when I first interviewed you and Jay.
Yeah, I saw that on your time hop on Facebook. And actually, a year ago, you know, I'm in a different spot now than I was a year ago. The new religion kind of helped mold me to who I am. I'm always going to be the war fighter. I'm always going to be the guy that, you know, kick doors in for everybody. And in the long run, when it really boils down to, it was time for me to be selfish. It's time for me to stop looking out for everybody else and, you know, be who I am.
And, you know, that, you know, like I said, that's completely understandable. Because, Talon stepped away. And, between me and Talon, he never defeated me before the New Religion. Like, we had the whole Raven Tommy Dreamer thing going on where I beat him every time for years. He never defeated me. And then in our last match ever, he finally picked up that damn victory, and he also won a title for it. So, stepping away sometimes is good. It gives you that opportunity. Put the spotlight on yourself.
Right.
And like I've seen you, you're a hell of a damn wrestler. I've watched you for a long ass time. From wrestling at Randy's show at the I don't even know what that damn place is.
The Eclectic, the 5 people in the audience, and 4 of them came with me.
Yeah, those places. I've seen you develop, and you only got better. So you being alone is okay. Trust me.
Well, I treat my professional wrestling career just like I treated the military. I see it as an art form. I see it as my outlet for me to expose myself beyond deep inside who I really am. And as it being an art form, I'm always looking to tweak it or master it, and it's just like shooting a rifle. It's second nature now. I've learned a lot from what we call veterans of the business, and I've also learned a lot from actual military veterans. So it tells the same story over, just in a different way.
I don't know if I've ever told you this personally face to face, but definitely appreciate your service. I love the servicemen. I can't express, how I feel about the military and, the people that serve and protect us every damn day.
Well, I absolutely appreciate that. I respect it. I couldn't be more thankful of the group of guys that I've served with and had the honor of losing, as well as the ones that actually made it home. So it means a lot that we have people back home, still pulling for us and still treating us the way we should be treated. Medical ain't worth a damn, but that happens.
Yeah. Like my brother-in-law right now, I think he does stuff for the Air Force. Like I'm not sure what he does now, but he's in the Air Force. My grandfather was in the service, so I respect it. It pisses me off people that disrespect the damn country and disrespect the troops. That's something that digs at me more than. That's something that digs at me more than anything.
I also agree because my grandpa was in the Army for 30 years.
Well, since we're on the topic of military career, I have a civilian job. I'm a general contractor. I work with building houses and shelter and stuff like that. And, part of the job is we get to meet all these different people. And one main aspect of meeting all these different people is we built the deck for a guy today. And he is one of the last Vietnam true veterans that I know personally. And, my military career has a big influence over my wrestling career. And with that, John, if I have an opportunity to explain a couple things, I have some new things that are coming very soon.
Yeah, talk.
So, everybody has seen me as the Horse of War. Well, I picked up the Horse of War. The name, Jay Impact said it one night, and it kind of resonated with me, kind of sat with me for a little bit. And then I decided that, I'm going to move forward with this. I had a dream, a little bit of an epiphany of myself back in Iraq, walking the streets, but instead of a rifle in my hand, I had a sword. And, I not too recently wrapped my sword around your hip and it broke, and, like your man went home without his Angel of Death tournament. But part of that is here very soon, there is going to be a new transition. I'm going to be going deeper and darker into my soul, back to where my roots came from. There's going to be, everybody knows me for my paint, so my paint's going to get darker. It's going to get more sentimental to who I am. And I actually have some new gear coming. So there's so much new stuff that I'm ready to just open up and bring out and show the world. And it only gets darker from here.
I cannot wait to see that. Even though I rarely see you wrestle again, but besides that, I'm down to see your new gear.
Definitely.
Well, Well, I'll as soon as we get an opportunity to get pictures of my gear, I will share it away.
Have you been contacted to be on Randy's next show by chance, or no?
I have not. I wrestled his last show, and business was not terrible. And I was expecting his call back, but I haven't got a phone call yet.
Well, like, he wants to push for a new religion versus, the founding fathers, kind of like an older style, basically new religion members versus new religion members. So,
New versus old?
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
I might be down for it.
Like, now, I know I know you're not, currently with New Religion, but you could technically be part of what they call the old New Religion, because, we call ourselves the Founding Fathers now and not the New Religion. But
right.
you would, we would definitely accept you on our side for that show. So, that's definitely something Randy Epperson needs to look into.
I'm down for it. Let's hope he gets all to this and hears it.
Oh, he'll hear it, trust me. I know he drives around, listening to my interviews, probably half the time naked. I'm not supposed to say that, but,
I mean, truck drivers do some weird things. I don't kink shame anybody.
Yeah, like, I let him, he can do what he wants, but...
I agree with that, I guess, there, John.
And, that's another... some people that we need to thank is, during this COVID-19 thing, the truck drivers have constantly stayed busy, delivering. A lot of people have, overlooked people during this time. Like myself, I have not quit working. Hell, I've worked more.
I'm right there with you. I work more. Like, I build shelters. So, I mean, shelter in place. You can't shelter in place without shelter.
Yeah. Like, I'm not kidding. Last night, I stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning editing the new movie, 10 Mile Cemetery 2. 2 o'clock. Like, I stayed up so long, I swear I was seeing shit because I was so fucking tired. I wanted to be done with the movie last night, but it didn't happen.
What'd you go see?
Like, I was seeing shit, man. Like, I was trying to do the filters and, make sure everything was right. And I swear, I started seeing shit. So I was like, I got to go to bed before I fuck this movie up.
Oh, but you were producing. You were working on the film.
Yes.
So, 10 Mile 2?
Yeah, 10 Mile Cemetery 2, which is now released. It just released at 6 o'clock tonight.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing before I get drunk.
Hey, and Brooke's in it, so...
I'm in it.
Really?
Yes, Brooke is in it. So you can watch it and you'll love it. I'm telling you, it turned out so... I thought it turned out so damn good. Like, and I've put it on some international sites to try to get it some publicity, especially in the UK. So I'm hoping that it fucking goes...
I shared it with my friends from the from the Netherlands, so you got that viewing.
Like, yeah, I've got, I'm in certain film groups, so, we get to share our films. And one of the...
I got one question, though.
What's up?
Why haven't I been in any of your films yet?
Well, see, a lot of people talked about your, I'm trying to think of the word, your people skills. I've heard that when you get around a lot of people, you like to start fighting.
I mean, I can't confirm nor deny these allegations.
Like, if I handed you a knife in the woods, would the crew be safe?
Yeah, I mean, I would bring back dinner.
You'd bring back dinner, okay.
Don't question what the meat is, but I'll bring it back.
Well, see, we're actually, where do you live in Sylacauga, right?
Right.
We're going to be filming a new film. Like, I'm going to be releasing the dates and everything on this. We're going to be filming it in, hopefully, Pell City at the lake in August. So if you're free on that day, you and your wife can come down, because I'm looking for couples for this movie.
Okay.
Like, I've got another couple hopefully already set. Do you remember? I think his name's Roman Miller from the Venom.
Yeah.
He's
Gypsy King.
Yeah, he's going to be in he's going to be in the movie.
Nice.
So yeah, as soon as I get it, I'll shoot you a date. And like I said, if you want your wife to be in it, it would help, because I need couples for this. It's going to be a horror movie, of course. That's all I shoot.
We got the next Rob Zombie.
You know what? Honestly, someone sent me a message and they told me to try to get a hold of a group. I guess it's in Louisiana. It's called like Magnolia Company or something like that. They produce horror films. So I'm actually going to try to submit one of my movies to them and just see what they say. I don't know if they'll look at it or not, but...
Well, if you're looking, and we'll talk off record about this, but if you're looking for investors, my boss man is, he's one of the perfect guys to get to invest in a film.
Cool.
So just we'll talk later about that. Meanwhile, I got some steaks marinating. I got some cheese dip cooking. I hate to cut this short, ladies and gentlemen, but I've appreciated the time.
Oh yeah. So yeah, definitely thank you.
Nice talking to you, Pat.
Calm down, Brooke. Calm down.
Hey, it's been a while since I've been talking to Scott.
Well, call me later. We'll catch up.
Yeah, Brooke, call him on his cell phone.
Alright, well, I don't know how we're doing things, if this is like interview status or not, but I'm my own MC, so this has been the Horse of War, Scott Patterson, and I'm wishing you all a deadly quarantine.
See you later, Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Rare back again. This time I have the leader of the New Religion himself. The former artist known as J Impact currently changed his name, so I guess that'd be the number one question right now. What's with the name change?
It was time, man. I ran around. J Impact was who everybody thought I was, who everybody wanted me to be. Well, now it's time for y'all to deal with who I really am. Legato Bonds, who have always been on the inside. It's time for me to let him wreak havoc on the world. I've been the nice guy for too long. New Religion has been as nice as we can be. We was even selling Kool-Aid to children for a little while. And apologies for you guys, but I got bad news for you. Legato's here. It's going to be bad news for everybody. But I look forward to it. We got a lot of big plans coming. A lot of new surprises coming for the wrestling world. I'm just ready for the wrestling to get back started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it sucked right now without wrestling. Like I've picked up doing these interviews to like really bide my time because, you defeated me at Angel of Death tournament to retire me, and unfortunately, just like 4 months later, 4 or 5 months later, I came back.
Yeah, didn't hit you hard enough. That's why I had to start training. I started kickboxing training and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training this week because I'm trying to, since I got all this free time and all this energy, I got to put it somewhere. So I figured I'd put it where I love. I get back to rolling around, get back to striking around. There's a little sparring tournament in the morning I think I might take part of, see if I still got it. Or, worst case scenario, I'll let y'all know about all the concussions I got,
Let's talk about one of your first really bloodshed matches. Carnage Cup 9. You had, I think the name of the match was Nail in the Head match with the Beast Bryant Woods. Now,
yeah, y'all put me with the only guy that worked out. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so originally that match was actually supposed to take at Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling, but because, the commission came in Alabama, the match technically didn't happen. So, Nail in the Head match went to Carnage Cup 9, you and Bryant Woods. So just walk us through that match right quick.
Well, do you want me to walk you how we got there?
Yeah.
Or,
walk us through
that. We got there because I got invited to work Cage of Carnage because I do believe 2 guys had got chickened out. They told 2 guys they had to be in a 4-way with Brian Woods and John Rayer, and they said, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. So me and the White Russian, he came all the way from Russia, son, just to be in this match. So me and him showed up. And we was like, we're game, we're in here, we're going to tear these guys up. And I tried. I gave it my all. Like, I tapped John Rayer out under the ring. You remember that?
Yep.
They didn't see it, didn't call it. You pinned me under the ring, too. I know. Like, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but they didn't call it. And somehow, I got Tower Hacker through a nail board. I guess I died like a man, so they're like, we're going to watch Brian Woods try to murder him again. And I was all game because I love trying to kill Brian Woods. It's one of my favorite activities. It's so much fun to work with.
And that was a crazy fucking match.
Which one? Both of them were wild, man. Yeah. Both of them had nail boards in it. Both of them, me and Brian Woods tried to kill each other both times. Cage of Carnage was one of my favorites because I hit him with this bicycle kick that I do believe it made the commentators flinch. So I was really happy about that.
Now, we just got joined by Brooke Phillips, a huge New Religion fan.
Nice. How's it going, bro?
Hello.
How you doing, Brooke?
I'm doing swell. How about you?
Pretty good. We've got the artist formerly known as J Impact here.
How's it going?
Oh, Jay!
Hey.
Finally decided to show up, huh?
Yeah, better late than never.
You're always late. Look back at the last video of you talked to you guys. It took forever to show up.
Now,
I know I'm the worst. Communication-wise, I'm the worst. Like, keep in mind, majority of the time before, I guess, the new situation with the name change and stuff, if you want to get in touch with me, you had to talk to 3 different people to finally get in touch with me. That's how the new religion worked for a little while.
so
I know. That's how I talked to Pat
Like,
first. He said, are you down with that? That's my interview with you.
You normally catch me because I was at Scott's house.
now,
Because I camp out with Pat as often as I can on the rest of the weekends.
so Jay, let's discuss that. Like, that's one of the most hot topics that people have sent me questions about was like the separation of you and Pat. Like, how did that affect you there? Like, you know, I came so used to seeing you and Pat.
Yeah, but me and Pat became a well-oiled machine. Like, that was the saddest part of it. Like, we were tight. Like, we were like peanut butter and jelly for a second there, and then just, I don't know, man. It hit a button. We're both ambitious, and we're both very dominant kind of people. We're dominant personalities, and we added another dominant personality in Sebastian Wright. And the 3 of us together were butting heads really, 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 really bad. And it caused a rift. It caused me and Scott to butt heads. And when we butted heads and I decided to take a break, Scott was like, well, if you're taking a break, I'm taking a break. I don't want to be a part of the new religion now. Because I don't remember what it was. Honestly, I think I was mad about something. Because I snapped, man. I don't know if you've ever just had that moment where you just got burnt out or you just got angry. I just angry at wrestling. That's when I knew it was time to change.
Yeah.
So I was so sick of being Jay. I was so sick of everything that was Jay Impact. I was so tired of doing that. Being everybody's dancing monkey. You know what I mean? I wanted to fight people. I didn't want to go out here and entertain. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to kick people. I want to grab people. I want to throw people around. I want to show them what I can do. I have all these skills, all these movesets, and that's what I'm trying to just get back to, articulating it. I need to perfect it so that when I show everybody that it's, and it's neat, it's clean,
yeah, trust me, like when you're talking about like a snapping point, like the only person that really knows is Kevin Brandon. Like, we had so many problems leading up to Angel of Death. Like, I quit the show so many times. Like, I was just like, I'm fucking done. Like, I know the show was named after me, but like, I was just fucking done. So I know how you feel on that situation. Trust me. Like, and talking about Angel of Death tournament, you made it to the finals. You tried to cut my fucking arm off with a damn grinder.
Well, you tried to put my face in my defense.
What did you think of that, Brooke?
Oh, about the fall?
Yeah.
Like, I thought you loved John. Did you guys like didn't work and something wrong with you in that moment in time where you just like, you said like, screw it, get the dead match rules or something? Like, come on, man. That's John Reyes.
Well, I set the rule that night that anybody that lost their match would be kicked out of New Religion. So, by the end of the night, Scott was kicked out, and then I was kicked out. So Jay was the remaining alpha, which he generously let us back in. Thank you, Jay.
Anytime. Well, honestly, Pat earned his spot during the finals of the tournament. Because if it wasn't for him, I probably would have got eliminated by Blaine Evans once or twice. Because Pat was just whooping the shit out of him anytime he touched him.
Yeah. Dude, I love Blaine. Like, I'm going to try to get Blaine on this broadcast one week, but Blaine Evans is another guy that I try to put over as much as I can. I think he's
I'd love to work Blaine Evans in a non-hardcore match.
Yeah.
Really, really bad, because he's so good.
Yeah, like
I love it. Don't get me wrong. Deathmatch wrestling is what got my name on the scene. But I'd love to, if Kevin ever wants just one wrestling match in the middle of all the deathmatch wrestling, I'd love to be that guy.
Kevin Brandon, are you listening to this? Blaine Evans versus the former artist known as J Impact
Yes.
in a regular match. Let's make it happen.
Just let us go out there and whoop the shit out of each other for at least 20 minutes, and I promise you'll get your money's worth. Or 15. You can put us out there for 6, honestly. Me and Blaine would kill it. I just feel like we just need to.
Yeah, like, I love Blaine. Like, I have not got to work, well, besides the main event, I have not got to work Blaine, but, what am I saying? Yeah, I got to work him in the main, but I don't think I got to mix with him too damn much. But, my purpose of that main event at Angel of Death was just to put every one of y'all over. Because, my plan was to retire. It really was. And, I wanted to put you over
What are you
as...
going to go by now, since Aiden Blackheart's the Angel of Death? What do we call you?
Honestly, I've just been going by John Rare, but I've actually thought about picking up...
It's not for me not calling him Angel of Death when I did my interview.
Well, you could be like the Angel of Life now. You can breathe a new life into wrestling.
But I've honestly thought about going back to my old title, because I used to go by the Nightmare John Rare.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about doing that, but as of right now, I've just been doing John Rare.
I feel you. I mean, there's so many routes you can go, man. You can create yourself a whole brand new personality if you want with all your horror movies and stuff and make a movie about it.
Talking about horror movies, 10 Mile Cemetery 2 is now available on my channel.
Yes. When I get to the house, I'll make sure you share.
You love your plugs, don't you?
You would not know how bad that I've been advertising this movie. I've actually been advertising this movie.
I know. You plugged it also when I interview you, Don.
Like, this movie has been like 6 months in the making, so yeah, I'm advertising the shit out of this movie.
I don't want to spoil anything, but is Latin in this one as well?
No, he was not able to make it.
Gotcha.
But if you watch it, it explains that there can definitely be more to the story.
Gotcha.
Like,
I'm also in there, Jay.
Yeah, Brooke is in the movie.
Oh, nice.
So, when everything starts back, Jay, what is your main objective? Like, I mean, you've really risen the New Religion to be a force.
We scary. But right now, everybody needs to hone their skills. That's what I'm looking at right now. We got new people that no one knows about. And I'm not trying to reveal them anytime soon. Because right now, I really want to I got to show a new side of me. So right now, I want to show everybody who I am. Let me show everybody who Legado Vaughn is. And then as soon as they get comfortable with who Legado Vaughn is, they're going to find out what the New Religion's been up to. Now, when we're not, when it's outside of little shows and stuff like that, we're going to try to click up and do stuff. Me and the New Religion will be in, I do believe, Jacksonville, Mississippi. And I want to say it's July 18th. I will recheck. I will share the flyer. One of the new members is actually going to be there. I try not to. I guess I can go ahead and say it up front, because we're not at Victory. JD Rush is my boy, and he's been clicked up with us for a while and running around with us. And me and him are going to take on a tag team when we go up there for, I do believe it's Battlefield. Is it Combat or Battlefield? Oh man, I hate that I can't remember what it is. Do you know what it is?
It's Combat.
Combat wrestling.
Yeah, your boys are on the card.
I know. You know how far that is from Pensacola?
He's such a good Booker's such a nice dude, though. I hate I forgot his initials.
Dude, I forget so many names. Like, I swear, like, today, I've been a wreck. Like, last night I stayed up to 2 o'clock doing editing for the film. I woke up early this morning editing. Like, it was my day off. I took today off just to do the movie. And I have been fucking working my ass off all day and getting pictures for, these promos tonight. Like, I feel like I've had, like, what, 4 hours of sleep. And I'm just fucking, like, I'm still fucking wired.
I feel you, bro. I got right off of working out in the sun and went and started doing kickboxing training. And them boys, they were nice to me. try
You
try
never
me.
kickboxing now, Jay?
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
You doing kickboxing now?
But well, I've always I did it when I was younger, but now I'm finally doing some real shit. You know, I'm not really just playing with my friends who were in class. I'm actually showing up at the dojos and trying that stuff because I want to get back to my basics.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've always been...
Now you're really proving yourself being the way I called you the first time I first saw you, Jay.
What'd you say?
Remember when I told Jack when I first saw you?
Oh yeah, it's because I've always been a strike base.
Yeah, you've
Like,
always been a kicker.
I have my catch wrestling to me, but I'm either catch wrestling or I'm striking. And that's really, if you'll notice, that's about all I do. And I think I got a falcon arrow and some neck breakers.
Now, what, like, just a quick memory here. What is your opinion on decimating and retiring Cadillac Kid at Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling?
I still have my butter bandana that's covered in his blood.
Like, people, when they watch that match, you know, it's on my channel if you want to look at it. It's J Impact versus Cadillac Kid, Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling. But people don't realize how fucking violent that match actually was because, like, the little kid rake that you hit him with had fucking razor blades on it. And when you hit him in the back with it, it fucking cut him open for real.
Like, I don't know who edited that Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling video. I have my suspicions. But I loved in the opening because I was watching and I was like, oh shit, I'm going to get to see the Tower Hacker. And I was all excited. In the beginning, the first thing I see is Cadillac Kid super kicking the shit out of me. And I was like, are they only going to show the cool shit the Cadillac Kid did? Like, they're not going to show a lot.
But, like, you decimated Kid that night. He ain't wrestled since.
Did I knock a tooth out, or did I just bust a lip? I don't remember what it was.
You busted a lip. Everyone thought that he lost a tooth there, because, you know, like, previously I knocked out, like, I think a tooth and a half, or at least a tooth from him.
That was my cover photo forever, was that Muda lock that I had him in with the blood coming down his mouth and stuff. Oh.
But you did. You horrified him that night and retired him. And, you know, that's...
I'm gonna break the fourth wall on him right now, Ray. Right before I walked out to that match, a man by the name of John Rare walks up to me and goes, fuck him up. I said, yes, sir.
So clearly, so basically it's John Rare's fault that Cadillac Kid don't walk a wrestling no more?
John Rare put a hit out on Cadillac Kid and didn't realize what he did.
That's like Spider Boudreaux and James Mayhem, Big James Mayhem. It was a murder in the ring.
Oh, I had so much fun in that battle royal too with Dusty Williams and Brian Woods.
Yes, 100%. Like the battle royals at Birmingham Hardcore were fucking fun as hell. You know, mixing with like Tojo Yadamoto, Dusty McWilliams, you know, Bryant Woods.
Yeah.
You know, we had talent. You know, unfortunately, Robbie Vio's at, you know, where he's at now, but hey,
yeah,
it was fun.
It's still my bad about that Fuji water thing, man. I've always felt bad about that. I don't know if I've ever actually had the time to say it. Just didn't wasn't that what happened? Like me and Berto got mad at each other, and then they get mad at y'all or something.
I don't know what happened behind the scenes with that. Cause you know we had that third show.
I remember Frog was upset at me and called me a violent psychopath.
But you know what? We honestly would love to do another Birmingham Hardcore show, and you know you would definitely be invited because hell, you know you stole the fucking title at the beginning of the show and tried to declare yourself the champion.
I was the first champion of Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling. I don't care what y'all say. I was the first champ. Bryant Woods was the second. He won that belt for me in the battle room.
Well, I mean, if I'm correct, Dusty McWilliams was the second. Bryant was the third.
Okay, yeah. Bryant Woods won it from Dusty.
Okay.
That was it.
And you know, what the hell? Those shows were fun as hell. You know, I do love promoting, but damn promoting is so fucking.
And
It's
y'all
such
had
a.
the bad chicks Marlon there. Oh, good Jesus.
Oh yeah, the badass chicks
them
of Birmingham.
Them girls were so nice and so polite.
Yes. Like we
Oh.
actually, after like our second or third show, this is a funny fucking story. We went to a audition, like it was at a bar. Me and Bryant Woods was there. He brought his girlfriend at the time. She was auditioning. So, I think he snuck out to do a promo for probably your match at Carnage Cup, the
Nice.
Nail in the Head match. She was up there, and they did a thing like the first person to donate some money, got something for her or it helped her out. So I just reached in my wallet real quick, thinking I was donating $1. I grabbed out a fucking $100 bill.
Just give having them stacks like that, man.
I know, like you don't mix your hundreds with ones. I'm telling you that.
That's why you gotta get them blue ones now, bro. It's not happen to you anymore.
Yeah, trust me. After that, I didn't do that again.
I'm all about that blue money. Smooth turned me on to. He says, stick with the blue money. You're the blue-eyed Baphomet. You need blue money.
Talking about this, I was reading this. I want to see. Have you read the comments under Angel of Death Tournament behind the scenes?
I don't think I've ever actually read I don't read YouTube comments, man, especially if not if my face is on the video.
Okay, yeah. Your face is on the video because as of right now, Angel of Death Tournament behind the scenes is the #1 video on my YouTube channel. But someone, I'm not even going to bring his name up, but he commented that you had no business being in a deathmatch ring. What is your opinion on that?
I didn't even know somebody said it. I didn't look. I got to go back and look and see who said it.
Yeah, it's under the comments under there. I think what he was upset with, honestly, was that you wore the hoodie.
The hoodie?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just had that idea for that. I thought somebody would rip it off of me. You know? Because normally, I don't know, the Angel Death, it wasn't as violent as that. It was violent, but, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't what, because Brian Woods, if I'd have been in that room with Brian Woods in that thing, I guess that's who I'm used to. That's who I've had death matches with, is you and Brian Woods.
Yeah.
So I'm used to getting slung around like a rag doll and, and just manhandled and stripped and, just getting bloodied and battered and everything else. I'm used to. So when I was in there with some dudes who just kind of actually, I've actually gotten a lot better too. So I can actually grapple with people. And I think I've heard that piss people off too because I wrestled Blaine Evans.
Yes.
In my singles match. I didn't hit him with weapons. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know I love the deathmatch thing. I'm in it, but I'm a wrestler in y'all's world.
Well, you know what? Like, fans...
Well, technically, you are a bad guy at that moment. You're a heel. So you do basically what a heel does, sticking off the crowd. So...
And I was potentially one of the #1 babies of the Angel of the Deathmatch circuit.
Yeah.
Whether they liked it or not.
You're going the ancient new religion being face.
I came out super sacrilegious looking. They cheered the entire time, but I think it was because of the boat paddle.
See, George, like, it drives me crazy because the fans, like, you and Blaine Evans put on a hellacious wrestling match with a little bit of hardcore. So, normal fans that watch IWA Deep South, they're going to watch it and be like, oh, people don't wrestle, they just hit shit. Y'all put on a wrestling match and they do the opposite. Well, they wrestled. We wanted them to hit each other. Fans like that piss me off.
Wait, keep in mind, I'm also the guy in the tournament to put your arm in a grinder and then bit your hand and spit the blood at the fans.
Yeah.
But, he's entitled to his opinion.
Like, yeah.
I don't even know who it was.
I mean, well, I'm not talking about him in general. I'm just talking about, like, fans. They do that. They won't, it don't make sense. Sometimes you just can't fucking win with fans.
Exactly.
That's why I kind of agree with Chris Jericho in 2009 when he started calling fans a bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah, they are, because...
Yeah. I ain't gonna be that guy. It's like, man, I've been doing this since I was little, and it's because I love it. Not because I don't care what people think about me doing it. I don't care about your opinion, so I don't read the comments. You know what I care about? I care about going out there and doing it, having fun, having a blast, because you're not gonna stop me from doing it. your opinion of me is not going to change me from being me. I'll tell you that right now.
I agree on that one, especially what I do on my part time.
Well, give us your final thoughts about the artist formerly known as J Impact on the wrestling.
That's so weird to say when I ever start interviewing you, Jay.
Y'all can swap to Logano at any time, but it's gonna be so hard.
I know that's why it's hard for me to say it. It's almost easier for me to say every time the artist formerly known as J Impact.
Exactly. It's easier for you than to swap the names, and it's gonna be a slow process, and the fans are gonna struggle, and everyone's gonna struggle. But that's the point.
Yeah, but it'll work.
I'm already struggling.
Like, it's for me. It's not for y'all. And I hate to be that guy, but sometimes you got to care about you, and you got to give yourself. You got to treat yourself. And
Yeah.
I'm treating myself to my new wrestling man, but I wanted for the last probably 5 years.
Because you want to try something new for once, and try to see how you deal with this.
Exactly. I need change. I can't evolve if I don't change.
Well, we definitely loved having you on here. I'd love to have you on here again, Jay, or the artist formerly known as J Impact.
It'll take time.
So definitely, we know the new religion's going to heat up as soon as we come back, and definitely
It's scary.
keep
So
infecting.
It's gone. It's still like on hiatus or something. At that point, there was on another call earlier, so I missed what happened.
I'm just saying, there's 5 of us. Well, 6 of us counting you. And the 5 of us are hungry and been trapped in our houses with nothing but homework equipment. I can't wait.
Oh, I know you're talking about JD. I know that helping JD out with his promos work was what I've been doing on the side. I told you that earlier.
Oh, you don't even know. You ain't seen my oh, y'all see soon. Oh, I got big plans. I got scary things in plan. Y'all gonna love it, and the fans are gonna love it. I can't wait.
Well,
Hey, I already made a goal with my friends a huge fan of New Religion. I got going friends from Canada who loves New Religion.
Well, it can never die. That's what I love about it. Never die. Even if I die, it ain't going nowhere.
Buy that shirt.
and you know me, Jay. Like,
the shirt. Yeah.
when I heard Scott departed, and even though the COVID-19 was going on, I messaged you. I was like, "Hey, what's going on with the new religion?"
Oh, I bet when I saw that
Still, man, because I took time off and the wrestling did too.
Yeah, like even when wrestling's not going on, I was like, "Hey, what's going on with the new religion? Let's keep this shit going." Even though I'm not part.
We always do stuff. I'm down to film stuff. If I could talk Scott into it, I'd love to see if we could try to do something.
It'd be
to get his side of the story out, unless you already have it.
yeah. He's on here. Like his story will be on here.
Okay.
But definitely.
Maybe he can explain, because honestly I don't remember, because I was in a blind rage, so I have no clue. I probably said horrible things to him. I don't know.
We know it was. Well, like I said, watch the interview. He didn't say nothing negative, so
Okay.
So
maybe I'm just blowing it out of proportion, because I always put myself as the bad guy, because it's easier for me to. I don't know about y'all, but it's much easier to handle a situation if you're the bad guy.
yeah. Well, like I said, Jay, I've had fun. We gotta go, but definitely we'll have you back. If you ever have an announcement or something, let us know. But this was the artist formerly known as J Impact, John Rare, along with Brooke Phillips. We thank every one of you for tuning in.